Mater Inferni's name was often whispered with tremors of dread by the members of her covens. Yes, they all owed her their life and the fact that they had magic, but that had come at a price. Their souls. Her presence was as chilling as the north wind that howled through the catacombs beneath the city of Paris. In her eyes, a smoldering darkness lived, burning with the power of the many souls she'd acquired as each member joined her covens. The many decades she'd lived, and the many losses she'd had were absent on the surface of her smooth, chalk-white skin. Standing in the arched doorway of the Conservatory of Chateau des Ombres, Mater Inferni thought for a moment of the girl she used to be. The nostalgia of those memories swept over her sometimes when she looked out over the rolling French countryside. However, the land that bordered her headquarters was much different from where she grew up. It resembled what her village looked like when she left it, after killing everyone and ruining the land. Barren, singed, destitute. It had all been a mistake, and yet, what was done was done. So, is Mater Inferni dead? A voice asked at Mater Inferni's back. She didn't hurry to turn or answer. Instead, she gave herself the chance to take in the views out the open door of the velvet darkness around Chateau des Ombres. This was where she'd lived since becoming the mother of witches and starting various covens. However, it would never feel like home, even if it was the place her first, original coven called their headquarters. Mater Inferni looked out at the grounds, illuminated by the flickering dance of candlelight as coven members chanted and performed their various rituals under the night sky. A witch screamed to the blackened heavens, her spell having gone wrong, giving her yet another deformity. Close by her, on the barren lawn, a warlock took his sacrifice's life, reciting a powerful curse. The mother of witches watched her coven members in the distance before turning her gaze to the side. The estate was so large, she could see the exterior of the other wing of the house. Its stone facade was ashen, consumed by ivy and insidious rot of dark magic that had seeped into the very mortar. Gargoyles, eroded by time, leered from their perches, overlooking the iron-wrought gates that none could enter. Finally, always doing things on her time and her terms, Mater Inferni turned to face her second in command. Gloomweaver, as they called the witch, was the architect of defenses for Chateau des Ombres. It was because of her that no outsider could see their headquarters on the border of the dead forests or enter it. But if one tried, Gloomweaver would have her fun with that trespasser. This powerful witch was also in charge of managing the Sovereign Shadows, Mater Inferni's first coven. They were the ones who called Chateau des Ombres home. They were the most powerful witches and warlocks on the planet. When Mater Inferni turned around, she spied something flicker across the other woman's face. A realization. An observation. A bit of surprise. Yes, Mater Inferni answered, finding her voice a bit strained. Yes, Mater is dead. The halfling, known as Mortal 7 Rose Beaufont, has killed her. Are you sure? Gloomweaver asked, arching a skeptical eyebrow at her. As a mortal, she'd been plain and ugly, with stringy brown hair and facial features that were neither too large nor too small. There was just simply nothing remarkable about the woman. As a witch, she was exotically ugly. All her normal features misshapen a bit, large in places and too small in others. And now, her skill made her incredibly remarkable. Am I sure that Mater is dead? Or that Rose Beaufont killed her? Mater Inferni questioned, blowing out a hot breath. I know that the prophecy said that Mater Inferni and the Mortal 7 would duel, Gloomweaver began, and that if she died...